Welcome back to Scare Corn Volume 4, the Grab Bag Edition.
Yeah.
This time we watched Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Which for 6 months I thought we were watching
The Loch Ness Monster.
the Loch Ness Monster.
I mean,
and I was sorely disappointed.
they're kind of close to the same thing. Like, he was a fishman, a gillman, if you would.
He's trying to get his own cereal, and he couldn't get his own cereal.
And he wanted to get laid, as most monsters do.
With his corkscrew cock. As if you watched the... No, I don't know if we did that on the shark one.
Yeah, I can't remember if you alluded to looking it up or not.
Well, we found out that ducks have corkscrew. Did we find out the ducks?
Was it ducks?
I know pigs have corkscrew. Anyways.
So this movie is about this team of, I don't know, archaeologists. Is that what they were? Is that what they pretended to be at the beginning? They were picking at rocks. They find a fossil of like a fin hand, a webbed fingered hand, and then they get the institute to send them down the river because they're like, well they dig in the rocks and they're like, well, like it could be down the river, you know, like the rest of this fossil. So then they go down the river and they find the Gilman, who's doing murders, and they spend a while trying to kill him, and then they're like, you know what, let's just leave. This is not worth it. But Gilman is thinking 2 steps ahead of them. He's set up a dam, and he won't let them leave.
You ain't taking my bride.
So they go to remove the dam, and Gilman's like, no, you guys stay. You're my new friends. I'm going to murder you one by one. And he kidnaps the lady, and then they shoot him. They shoot him up with their 1930s, 1940s guns, 1950s guns, whatever guns they were using. And our main guy's like, no, let him go. We've caused him enough trouble. And he falls in the water and dies.
Happy ending for all.
Yeah, everybody was real thrilled. I mean, he only did like 5 murders and gravely injured.
Did the guy that guy's head almost smashed, or he got burned or something? Did he ever get out of the cast, or did they just forget about him?
The guy who was watching him when they captured him.
Yeah, the guy who was in the room when the 2 guys started fighting.
I think he was just there. I think he was just on the bed. I think that's all he did for the rest of the... I feel like maybe he had some like scheduling concerns or something that happened. They're like, okay, fine, you don't have to do anything anymore. We'll just have you sit on the bed for like these 2 shots, and then you can go do your other movie or whatever you're doing in life. I don't know. This movie felt really long, and it's not a whole lot happens.
Yeah, it's a lot of Loch Ness Monster gets out of the water, goes back in water. He has like something against like lights. He like when he gets on the boat, he's just like, I don't like this light, so he smashes the light, and then he goes
fire.
Then he goes back in the water, and
because you know, if you've played Pokemon, water is very weak to fire.
Water is very weak to fire.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how the starter trio goes. Fire beats water, water beats grass, grass beats fire.
I think you're lying to me. I think you're leading me on here.
I would never.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Then again, I've retired from Pokemon, so maybe it's changed.
There was a scene in here where, since you're gonna talk about your Pokemon, I'm gonna talk about my Fortnite. So the Loch Ness Monster jumps on the boat, and then they get him off the boat, and then he runs over to like some shallow water, and then he jumps in the shallow water. He's like drugged at this point because they have some type of drug thing, and he goes underwater, and the guy's like, let's go out there. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, this is like when I play Fortnite, where I'm like, yeah, this guy's weak, let's chase him, and then we run right into the enemy. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Oh, you thought there were gonna be more Gilmans?
I was kind of surprised there wasn't more Gilman.
Well, there's Gilman's Revenge or something. I don't know.
Is it really?
There's a Revenge of the Creature. That could be a Frankenstein movie, honestly. I don't know. But I'm sure Gilman returns in at least one of these.
So this is 54. So this is like towards the end of the.
Yeah, this was in like the last 5 of the classic Universal monsters.
So maybe he does return. Maybe he comes. Maybe. Well, it's funny. There's a bat, and they really prolong on the bat for some reason. I was like, oh look, there's Dracula, but because I was thinking this movie was like around the time of all the other ones, and then we looked it up, and it was like 54. I'm like, wow. That's way later, because I think the first ones were 26, like 20.
Yeah, I thought it was like 31 was like the first one, but I thought Dracula was 31. Maybe not. But no, there's a whole like 2 decades in between when it started and when it ended. And it's really weird, because I've always thought like 1930s monster movies, and then
right.
Didn't realize it went into the 50s where Godzilla was, and there's gonna be no crossover.
There's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna grow up, in a couple decades that are gonna say the same thing about Marvel. We're like, yeah, I thought it was just all this one period, and it's like I think we're getting into our in 2028, it'll be 20 years of the Marvel.
Oh, was Hulk 2008?
I don't know if Hulk was 2008, but Iron Man, the first one was 2008.
I thought Iron Man was 2009.
I think it was 2008 because that's where we're playing with John. And he's like, yeah, I went 3 times to the theater. It probably is 2009, actually, thinking about it. I don't know.
I thought Hulk came first, but nobody...
No, I think Hulk came second. But Hulk was such a limp. Because Marvel wasn't bought yet by Disney at the time.
Because... it was 2008 for Iron Man.
Alright, now we gotta figure that.
May 2nd, 2008. Yeah, it's gonna be real.
But there's gonna be a generation.
Is it the Incredible Hulk? Is that what?
I think so.
That was also 2008. That was June 13th. That was a month after.
And then Marvel's like, hey, we gotta sell this. And Disney's like, hey, we got some money. Is it crazy looking back, side tangent, how cheap they bought Marvel for, and how much they've turned it around?
Well, I mean, they had to make up for that because they had to buy Fox and some other places to get the other.
Do you remember Star Wars went for $3 billion? I think it was like $3 billion.
Huh.
And like.
Yeah, well, that was like 2005 money.
I think that was like a year before they bought Marvel.
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't know when it was.
This is how boring the movie is. Like,
no, Darth Vader showed up in this. Don't you remember?
He's looking it up right now, just so there's not dead air.
Yeah. That was in 2012.
About in 2012.
Yeah.
So the Marvel was going wow! I thought it was sooner than that. How much? What did they say? How much what they bought him for? I know it was like under 10 million or 10 billion, which is crazy. Now, like hindsight, if you nerds, if you are a nerd watching this, like Activision being bought out for $69 billion, and like to me, like Star Wars and Marvel are like, I say bigger than Activision, but like Bethesda was bought for like $3 billion, I think. And I don't know because I like Bethesda a lot more.
Just a hair over $4 billion.
Isn't that crazy? That's for Marvel.
That was for Lucasfilm.
Think about this: $4 billion for Star Wars.
No, for Lucasfilm.
For Lucasfilm, well, it counts Star Wars.
It counts as Star Wars, but it's not just Star Wars.
Okay, they got Indiana Jones that they never profited on. Okay,
they've made 2 Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, and they're both garbage. Well, okay, I shouldn't say garbage because I've never seen it.
Yeah, and then Disney got Marvel for another $4 billion in late 2009.
God, in 2009?
2009.
They bought Lucasfilms in 2012?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I thought Lucasfilms came first.
Nah, they
I remember how fast they turned Marvel, because remember Disney Infinity? It was like, hey, this is 2.0, this is, and they're like, like instantly as soon as they bought Marvel, they're like, "Hey, it's here." But no, yeah, this movie. I mean, it started off.
There's not a whole lot to pick apart. It's just they find a Fishman and they want to kill Fishman, and then they want to leave. And Fishman's
so
like, no.
there's two parties. There's like one who's like, we have to kill him, so we have proof, and the other guy's like, no, let's not kill him.
We're here for rocks, not fishmen.
Like, do we really have to have proof? And true, you know what? Back then, you had to have proof. Like you had.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, people were dumb back then.
I don't know.
They had to warn you about the Frankenstein movie at the beginning of the Frankenstein movie. They're like, "This is just a movie. It's not real."
Well, that was the first movie where people were dumb.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could tell somebody anything back then. You
can do that now. You can tell anybody things now, and they believe it.
That's true. That's true. AI.
What the fuck was I gonna say, dude? Okay, side tangent on AI. You know what the creepiest thing about AI is? When they have a real person and they just Photoshop somebody else's face on that person, and it does it so well that you can't tell. But when you start staring at it, it's just like the face is like just a little bit off. It's really creepy. No, what was I gonna say? Fuck! I had something good. I was gonna say it, and well, just in the chat Jesus Christ! You're a Twitch streamer. Hey chat. Speaking of, okay, one more side tangent, then we'll get out of here. Do not ever become like a Jack Doherty. Do you see this latest? When this comes out, it's gonna be like a month ago. Jack Doherty was like filming himself driving on his nice sports car. He's going down the interstate.
Oh, is this the? Oh, I thought it was some.
I think his name's Jack Doherty.
I thought Jack Doherty was the Twitter guy.
Okay, maybe he's the Twitter. Fuck.
I know who you're talking about though.
Yeah,
some guy.
He's like a kid. He's like 20 years old.
Yeah,
he's got millions of dollars.
He was reading chat on his phone while driving, and he had the brilliant idea to have somebody record him doing it. So there's all that evidence.
And it's raining out, and this just happened last night, and he lost control and hit the side of the curb, and like the front of the car is just destroyed. But like he's like handing the camera off. Like there's already one guy filming him, then he hands the camera off to another guy, and he's like, "Yeah, make sure you get me." And it's like, "Oh my god,
get my good side."
it's like when I said chat, and it's like, I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to turn into one of these people. If I ever turn into one of these people, I have to quit. But in the comments below, spam Jacob with like, "Hey, you should don't do that, don't spam." One more side tangent. So I was gonna tell you on our walk today, but I saw a comment on Homefront: The Revolution, and I guess in that video we released a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Like, this is like, I'm not telling you, but the audience. This is like almost like probably like 10 years ago now. Like this guy's like, I think in the video I was like, yeah, there's a lot of bugs in this game, and somebody in the comments was like, I didn't see no bugs. And this is 2024. I'm like, yeah, probably because they fucking iron out the bugs.
Oh, you think they did that?
Probably. I mean, I imagine it's probably more stable today than it was when I played it.
Fair enough.
I just love it. People are like, I didn't see no bugs. It doesn't bother me. I was just like,
whatever. That guy's gonna come back. He's gonna be really mad.
Dude, he's probably watching. He'll probably be watching this and be like, what the fuck, man? Why you put me on blast?
Man, I can't believe you guys spent more time talking about other stuff than.
Oh, I had something that I want to talk about the creature, but I can't think of it, and it's gonna ruin me because now it's
I couldn't find the guy who did the.
Yeah, I think Jack. Oh, what the fuck's his name? I don't know. You guys know. I mean, you'll see it. He has the most punchable face. He like walks up to people. He arm checks them. And then he's got a security guard right behind him. And so, like, the guy he arm checks will be like, what the fuck, man? And the security guard would just, like, walk right in front of Jack and be like, what are you going to do? And it's like, dude, this dude is, like, asking his ass beat. But we'll never have the amount of money that dude has. And he's going to blow it all. I guarantee in, like, 2 years, he's going to be like, I'm broke and have nothing. He'll have more money than we ever will be, and then he's broke. So... yeah, that was a creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, all of that. That all happened. It was wild.